G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review. And before I get into that, I just want to wish everyone out there a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, and Festivus for the rest of us. I had to get that one in. That is funny. Actually, there are a few states that have implemented Festivus as a holiday. So look how impactful Seinfeld has been on this, on the community. Great show. I enjoy it very much. And no soup for you. So, well, this is, well, the 31st. I'll have another review up. Hopefully. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a really cool action figure. We're winding back the clock just a few years to 2010. To a Toys R Us exclusive, actually. So it's a modern figure of Doc. Now, Doc is up there in my top 10 list of all-time favorite Joes. He was actually the very first one that I reviewed all those years back, 3 years back. Doc is pretty cool, especially this one right here. He came with a ton of accessories. And they did a great job on him. I'll definitely call him a deluxe figure that was packaged and sold for the adult collectors out there because of all the tiny accessories that he comes with. That's why I'm calling him that. He was a Toys R Us exclusive according to Yojo.com. He was released as a part of Series 26. He was only available in 2010. Yeah, I mean, it's, pardon me, real simple figure for those announcements. He is a great looking action figure. No childhood memories of him, since I was born way before 2010. You know, born like 1810. At least I'm feeling like that right now. But before we get into this review, I want to ask you guys to please keep my mother in your thoughts and prayers. She had a heart valve replacement last Tuesday. Everything was going great, but one of the unfortunate side effects of the 1% is a possible stroke or aneurysm. Well, Saturday she had a brain aneurysm. We were having lunch together. She was trying to send a text message and looked at me and said, "I can't get the message out." I said, "Well, turn your phone off and turn it back on and see if that helps." She said, "No, I don't know what I'm doing." And my mom is an incredibly sharp lady. She's on the ball. Asked her what her social security number was, and she couldn't get it out. Her words were starting to garble, so we were real close to a hospital. Got her there within 10 minutes. Don't do that. Call 911 wherever you're at. But since we were so close, I have training. Didn't have the equipment. You know, in hindsight, it was very stupid of me. Anything could have happened during that time. But my first thought was, we're 2 blocks away. I'll get her there. So I did. Got her there safely. They had her back within 3 minutes of check-in, and they did a brain scan, a CT scan of her head, and said yes, she had an aneurysm right here inside of her brain. She's fine. just want you guys to know that. She's in the ICU. And why am I at home doing a review? Well, I needed to get out of there. I've spent the past few nights there, actually not even leaving the hospital for very long, just coming home, checking on my animals, taking a shower, grabbing something to eat, and heading right back out there. So this is for my mental health. No disrespect to my mother. She's doing fine. Not in a coma, thank God. Not on life support, ventilator, or anything like that. She's actually speaking a little bit better. Can't quite formulate sentences. She could speak. That's the important part. The neurologist said that the clot was about 6.5 centimeters. It stopped bleeding. There's no lesions. So now they're just working on getting the clot to shrink. She doesn't need surgery as of yet. But we're still not out of the woods. It's going to be several weeks, several months of therapy to get her back to where she was. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. This turned out to be a Merry Christmas after all for us. For those who've been following the channel, we lost our dad a year ago. So ironically, my mom was in the same emergency bay at the hospital as my dad was, and another twist of irony, it was the same doctor. So that kind of freaked us out. But thus far, will of God, that she's pulling through. So yeah, been spending the night. Not like I'm used to being in hospitals and all that, but sleeping on a fold-out ICU couch is not the most ideal place to sleep, but I'm there with her, and that's the important thing. She needs me there. And the cool thing, when I'm watching her monitor and I hold her hand and start talking to her, I watch her heart rate slow down a little bit and her blood pressure drop. So that's just the miracle of a touch. So, hi Mick. I'm going to say Merry Christmas to everybody, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I got to get down. Yeah, Mickey. Yeah, come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, wanting his 15 minutes of fame. He's wanting my attention. So anyway, guys, sorry to drag that out, but if you can, keep her in your thoughts and prayers. That would mean the world to me. Everybody knows how special mothers are. Mine especially. So let's go ahead and take a look at this action figure. Right, so here he is, Carl Doc Greer. They changed his name, I guess, to hold on to the copyright. Came with a lot of very nice accessories. His first one is this white stretcher. It came with this nice cloth blanket. I don't want to unfold it. I'm going to try to keep it as original as you can. There are pegs on the stretcher to lay it on the ground, but just like the vintage stretcher, you have pouches here on the bottom, if you can see those. Another med pouch with the G.I. Joe logo on it, and some other instruments. So I'm going to take this rubber band and put it back on. Well, the rubber band broke. Okay, so I won't use the rubber band. He also came with what the card contents calls an air injector. This has medication in it, and it uses air to inject the medicine under your skin. Made of this nice bright red plastic. The silver flare gun. A pair of ice cleats These strap right onto his boots and peg into the heel. And if you want to display him with the cleats, it has a hole in the bottom where you can peg him onto the figure stand. He comes with this backpack with this stand on it. You just turn the stand down and you can prop the backpack up. It says Rescue on it with the G.I. Joe logo. This has quite a few accessories. You want to open this up as easily as possible, as the accessories will come out. On the inside, what we have here, this came with another Joe, so it has some weapons in it. It has a hand grenade, but I'm going to call that a smoke grenade since Doc is a non-combatant. He took the oath of Hippocrates, and part of that oath is saying, I shall do no harm. So the man has the right to defend himself. But why with dynamite? He has a plier tool, some medicine bottles here, and this was also called, this was plastic explosives, but I'm calling that gauze and a stethoscope. He has this water can, a jerry can, which fits nicely into the backpack. Just follow the shape of the backpack. Comes with this orange mag light. I don't know if that's showing up, but right here it has a button on it that's sculpted. Very nice detail on that. And a multi-tool made out of that silver plastic. So to put all this back together, put the tool in on your right side, the flashlight in on the left. You want to close the tool quickly, the right side quickly, and then the left side, and hope nothing falls out while you're doing it. That's the best way I've found out. You put that, and putting that back together. He also came with this very nice blue helmet with the G.I. Joe symbol on it. Medicine bottles on each side as well. It's white on the inside. His other accessory is this popped his head off too. Now, this collar, which is considered an accessory, but I'm calling that a part of his uniform as a part of the coat, so I'm not going to list that as an accessory. Came with this white satchel with some red pouches sculpted on the front. It's with a silver buckle on there. Great detail on it. That's part of the reason why I really love the modern figures, but I'm still a vintage guy. Not only the detail that they could get with modern technology, but the articulation and the likeness. So Doc has this big bright orange coat since he is snow rescue. These yellow pants, has huge pockets on the front, black knee pads, and it goes down to his boots. These are boot covers that keep snow out of them. Blue tips on there, black boots. Since I have him off his figure stand, put his ice cleats on. They fit on very nicely. Blue gloves with these silver reflective strips on the sides. G.I. Joe patch on his left arm. This black belt wraps all the way around. Another pouch on the back. It says Rescue on the back. More pockets here on the front. Smaller pockets at the top. Zippers painted on. Additional pouch on his right arm. So in order to get his collar back on, you pop the head off, snap the collar back on, put his head on. And last but not least, the Doc figure stand. It says his name on it. On the bottom, it says G.I. Joe, has the G.I. Joe symbol. I love the modern figure stands just for that purpose. They spared no expense when it came to this figure, a deluxe figure all in all. I love the articulation on these guys, especially his colors. I like the brighter colors. And just all around cool figure. Doc is one of the best figures in my opinion. He did play a role in the earlier Sunbow series, but they slowly phased him out and they brought in Lifeline. Why? Because he's a new figure and they had to sell the action figure, right? But Doc did make a few appearances after, but very few. So there you have it, guys. There's Doc and all of his glory. Great action figure, a lot of tiny accessories, and that's why I said he is made more for the adult collector, because a kid would lose those accessories in 10 seconds, which, like I did when I first got him. Yeah, I sure did. When I purchased him off of eBay, I don't know, year and a half ago, I paid $15 for him in an auction, and when I got him, I opened up the backpack and everything poured out and had a hard time finding it. So if I could lose it, I know a kid would have him gone very quickly if he wasn't careful. But I do highly recommend that you guys get this. It's a great piece to display. There are a few vintage or modern figures out there I don't really care that much for, but Doc was one I definitely wanted to get when I saw him. He displays well next to the modern Lifeline. So let's get into my favorite segment, Byron's Gripes. I have a big gripe. I only found 2 of them on eBay right now. Both of them are complete. He's not hard to find complete because of his barely being new, barely 9 years old, and adults buy them and they want to keep them together. So yeah, the only 2 I found out there were complete. $19.99 and $39.99. $39 is pretty expensive. Shipping was reasonable on both of those, so I can't gripe about shipping. But the prices on action figures are going up, and we all know that. For those of you just joining me with the Byron's Gripes segment, I quote only fixed prices. I don't do the auction prices. I select eBay for the mere convenience of it. There are several other sites out there that sell toys. But first and foremost, hit up your local vintage toy stores. Keep the money in your community. But I'm not doing this to pick on eBay nor the sellers. That's not what my channel is about. I do it for the entertainment, to give you guys a idea of what to look for and prices, especially if you want to purchase it after you see the review. I know I've done that a few times, watching other reviewers like, hey, that is a cool figure, I didn't know that was out there, and I head over to eBay and I bought it. So it's nice to know what to expect in prices. So there you have it. There's Byron's Gripes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you so choose to. I would really appreciate it. All subscribers are eligible for a giveaway. If you want to become a channel supporter, I have all my supporters' names listed down in the description below. They are eligible for their own giveaway. Channel supporters get... how do you become one? Okay. Well, you could do it in a couple ways. I used to have a coffee account set up. That's not going right now. So, a monetary contribution would, all that goes to the channel. But if you'd like to send something into a channel, comic books, an action figure, whatever, that will make you a channel supporter. It's not necessary, but it does help out the channel. I do greatly appreciate the donations, or a jonation, as one of my viewers called it. So it does help out. All my mailing information is down in the description as well. Shoot me an email if you want to. My email address will be down there too. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap up this review, take a shower, and head back out to the hospital to visit my mom. I thought I'd be eating hospital food at work, not visiting my mother. That was the last thing on my mind. I was scheduled to work on Christmas Day, but that is not in the plans. So there you have it, guys. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Please be safe out there, especially if you're driving in the snow or the rain. Don't drink and drive. I beg you, don't. It is not worth it. Even one drink is one too many. It is open season on drunk drivers, especially this time of year, so don't even risk it. If you think I'm fine to drive a block, don't. Please. I've seen too many people that felt fine end up in the ER. 9 times out of 10, they are relatively unscathed. It's the people that they hit that end up injured or dead. And frankly, I'm sick of it, sick of seeing it. So please be careful. Give your keys to somebody, or stay at a hotel, stay at the house that you're having a party at, but don't drive. Pick a designated driver. I've done that many a times. I'm not a drinker. I go to parties. Somebody's drunk, I volunteer to drive them home. I get that out right away. Hey, if you need a designated driver, I'm right here. I carry plastic bags in the car, But anyway, that is it. That's the review. You guys have a very Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday that you celebrate this time of year. Just take care of one another. Remember, always be kind to everyone. You never know what kind of day they're having. Especially be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love and compassion, as you tell with Mickey. He's wanting to sit on my lap. They do feel love. It's been scientifically proven. So care for your animals. Care for one another. Have a very Merry Christmas. God bless you all. And thank you for everything that you've done for me and this channel. It's not forgotten. It never will be forgotten. You guys are fantastic. Just a great bunch of people. I really do appreciate you, and I love talking to you. So this has been Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off. We'll see you next Tuesday if everything's going well. But I will give you a heads up if I can't make a review. So take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.